Welcome back to my series on exploring Deftones discography. Today is a special video. It is the final installment of this series I've been doing, exploring Deftones discography. It's the last album that I have not heard from Deftones. Ohms is what we're going to be listening to today, and I am just so. I don't know how to feel really. I feel excited. I feel sad a little bit that this series is coming to an end. Um, yeah, it's just been such a fun experience, and um, I'm a little nervous to see how my channel will continue on from here. If there will still be an interest in uh, these types of videos after I'm done with Deftones, but I just do want to say thank you to everyone who's followed along up until this point. Um, it's been just such an incredible time, and I'm really just so humbled to have found an audience and a group of people uh, to discuss and explore music with. So thank you all so much for just keeping up to date and joining me on this journey with me. It's been so fun. So but I will also let you know that this video is going to be a little bit different than my last or most of my other ones. I'm not going to have an updated thoughts portion at the end of this video, so this will just be my first reaction to Ohms. I just, with the holidays and everything, I haven't really had time to get to listening or recording one of these until today, which is December 30th, right before New Year's Eve. So in order to get this video out on a reasonable time, uh, and I tend to upload every 2 weeks. I try to keep that pace. So in order to keep you all from waiting another week or so, I'm gonna just release this video as my first reaction, and then I will be making another video before I get into their sort of bonus tracks and live performances, stuff like that, which I will be getting to as well. I am going to be making a retrospective video, sort of going over all of their albums and how my thoughts have changed, have evolved through each of their albums, and maybe like ranking uh, the albums, how I to my personal preference, and maybe compiling a list of favorite songs, things like that. I'm still trying to you know come up with ideas for that video, but I will be definitely putting my updated final thoughts on Ohms in that video. So you will still be getting that. It just won't be a part of this video today. So just want to get that out there. And other than that, really not much else to say. Hope everybody had a good holiday season. If you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever, I hope you had a good time with family and friends, uh, and I hope I can upload this video at least on New Year's Day, if not New Year's Eve. So, Happy New Year's to everyone, and yeah, let's not waste any more time, and let's get into the video. I'm gonna be reading the Wikipedia article for Ohms, as I do in all my videos. So go ahead and skip to my reaction, where if you're not interested in this part, but man, it just feel a little off today, just because this is such a final moment for this series. But I'm super excited to get into it. So here we are. Ohms, stylized as dash ohms on physical editions, is the ninth studio album by American alternative metal band Deftones, released on September 25th, 2020 through Reprise Records. The album was produced by Terry Date, making it their first collaboration since the unreleased Eros and the final with bassist Sergio Vega, who departed from the band in early 2021. The album was preceded by the release of two singles, Ohms and Genesis. The song Ceremony was later released as a single. Ohm, Ohms received acclaim from critics at the 64th annual Grammy Awards. Ohms and Genesis were nominated for Best Rock Performance and Best Metal Performance, respectively. Cool. All right, so this is the return of Terry Date, who, if I'm not mistaken, produced their first three. So Adrenaline, Around the Fur, and White Pony were produced by Terry Date. Was Saturday Night Wrist produced by him as well? I can't remember, but I for sure know that those first three were. Um, and the final with Sergio Vega. So um, I didn't realize that Sergio Vega left the band. I I was just assuming that he was playing bass on private music as well. So I'm not sure who replaced him. I guess we'll find out. But background and production. Deftones released their eighth studio album Gore on April 8th, 2016, which, before we continue, I am going to speak some more about Gore for a second. That album is fan fucking tastic, and I am pretty. It's pretty interesting reading the comments on my Gore video, which is also the worst performing video I've made since starting the series. It's got half the views of all my other ones, which is interesting. But I do get the sort of divisiveness of that album. But man, I think that album fucking slaps. It is so good. I think all of the songs on there are some of their best. I mean, it is 100% the most unique and interesting album from Deftones, I would say. It yeah, like the more I listen to it, just the more and more it grows on me, to the point where it's it's when I do my I'll just say this: when I do my retrospective video, I'm gonna piss a lot of people off with how I rank Gore, and I'll just leave it there. But it is what it is. It's my channel. It's my opinion, and music is subjective, and it's okay to disagree with me. But that being said, I fucking love that album, and I just wish more people could uh, could find some appreciation for it. But it is what it is. So, Deftones released their eighth studio album, Gore, on April 8th, 2016, via Warner Bros. Records. As part of the album promotion, the band embarked on an extensive U.S. tour in the summer of 2016 with the support from Refused and Spotlights. The following summer, they performed a co-headlining North American tour with Rise Against, featuring support from Thrice. In 2018, Deftones hosted the first annual Dia de los Deftones festival at Petco Park, featuring performance from artists like Future, Mike Shinoda, Rocket from the Crypt, and Doja Cat. Man, that's a interesting lineup there. I have heard of Dia de los Deftones, though. I saw that they had one this year, um, with, like, I think System of a Down was there. Um, but yeah, it looked cool. In a 2017 interview with NME, vocalist Chino Moreno said that Deftones had talked about getting together sooner rather than later on a new album. On March 28th, 2018, the Deftones Instagram account shared images of the band at a recording studio, one of which was captioned, "Someone say jam?" Okay, that's fun. That May, Moreno told Rock.com, AR.AR, what the fuck is that website, okay? That the band had 6 or 7 new songs, which are still mutating. Deftones provided another update on the album in April 2020, with drummer Abe Cunningham saying in an Instagram video that due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it's been difficult to get everyone, excuse me, it's been difficult to get everyone in the same room, but that they were in the process of mixing the new album and were aiming for a late 2020 release date. Deftones worked with producer Terry Date on Ohms, their first collaboration since the unreleased Eros album in 2008. Recording took place at Henson Recording Studios in Los Angeles and Trainwreck Studios in Seattle. Okay. Yeah, so it's a semi-COVID album because, I mean, they had 6 or 7 songs before the pandemic, but composition, musically, Ohms has been described as alternative metal, shoegaze, and post-hardcore. Classic Rock magazine added a different assessment, calling the album dream pop with a metallic edge. It is the first Deftones album since their eponymous 2003 album to be produced by Terry Date, although the band had worked with him during the sessions of the unreleased Eros in 2008. It is also their first album in which Stephen Carpenter utilizes a 9-string guitar. Cool. That's fun. Oh my god. Sorry if my voice is a little fucky today. I don't know what's going on. I just kind of woke up with a frog in my throat, but hopefully that doesn't impact my ability to listen to music. So, all right. We're here. We're ready. Let's embark on the journey together. The final album from Deftones I have yet to hear. Final installment of this series. Man, it's kind of sad, man. I'm kind of just bummed that it's coming to an end, at least just this series. But I am gonna keep making music related YouTube videos. I think I might you know dive into some other bands once I get through all of the Deftones stuff, and I will be definitely checking out Chino's side projects next. I know, Team Sleep in particular has been highly requested, but I'm gonna check out all of his side projects. So the next few videos from me will be, going through those projects, but eventually I'll be moving on from anything Deftones related. So, um, you know, we'll see what comes of that when it comes. But right now, let's lock the fuck in and let's get ready to listen to Ohms, the last Deftones album from 2020. All right, hit and play. Genesis, track 1. Let's go. Off the bat with the synth. Okay. background. Whoa. Cool vocal. The mixing is definitely more full than Gore.
No need to turn. I'll show you the
Dope. Okay. Hold up. Yeah, man. So, the first thing that comes to mind listening to that is, coming right off of Gore. It's definitely a more, full sounding mix, and the production very much like more polished, and um I really, yeah, I dig all of the synth elements that were going on. Kind of reminding me a little bit of Saturday Night Wrist with the synth, the dark sort of heavy synth there. Um, yeah, interesting sort of sound so far. Like the guitar playing was kind of reminiscent of Gore in that song. I don't know what's going on with my throat. But yeah, the guitar playing was for sure um like doing more of a kind of psychedelic thing. Like I definitely heard like a wah pedal in one of those sections. Um but yeah, cool start to the album. Man, I'm gonna be cutting a lot, I'm sure, throughout this video because I don't know what's going on with my throat. I hope I'm not getting sick, but just every time I start talking, I get dry mouth. But uh, y- uh, yeah, first song, Genesis, I like it. Um, yeah, definitely feeling more of like a atmospheric, spacey, kind of like Koi and Saturday Night Wrist. Um, but yeah, let's continue on. Ceremony.
How can you see this is the end? Let's face the truth, it's obvious. A different morning,
Hmm.
the same charade. Tell me what's left.
Hmm.
It's an illusion. It's all an illusion. Wrap the surface, bound my limbs, place the chair beneath the
I like the
red.
bass.
On the outside, just skin and bones. Show me what's
Very
left.
melodic.
It's an illusion. It's all an illusion. So I'm leaving you tonight. It's not funny anymore. I'll be joining the parade. I'm the ghost who came before leaving you complete, no surprise. One kiss,
Hmm. Wow.
the world we shared was never there. I'm leaving you tonight. It's not funny anymore. I'm joining the
I like that
parade.
guitar riff.
I'm the ghost before leaving you complete for all time. One kiss, one
Okay. Cool. Yeah, there's a lot more synth work going on this for sure. Um, which I like. I mean, I've been wanting more electronic experimentation, which there were some really cool like synthy electronic elements throughout Gore too, but it's definitely more of a prominent feature just with these two songs so far. Um, but yeah, really cool sound uh, from this album. Um, I really like how uh, again, in comparison to Gore, like it's he's using his vocal harmony on this a lot more as well, but it's I didn't mention in Genesis, but the weird, like, sort of, I don't know, haunting and whatever vocal effects he was doing with the harmony on the prior song, and then on this song, it's more of just like this atmospheric sound. But he's definitely trying to use that harmonization, um, like he did with Gore. It sounds like on these, at least these first two songs, but really interesting. The sound so far, yeah, I like it. It is kind of like reminding me of Saturday Night Wrist in terms of the synthiness, as well as as Koi, but yeah, I'm getting a lot of Saturday Night Wrist from this so far. Come on. Hmm. Okay. I was I was not expecting that. Man, that riff is so cool. Whoa. Oh, this is sick. Oh, sick. Yeah, dude. That was a cool song. Um, I liked I really like that guitar riff. Very kind of like thrash metal. Kind of reminds me uh Petro Dragonic Apocalypse from King Gizzard. Just that type of chugging like fast riff. They do a lot of that on this album. But uh the the breakdown, or it wasn't a breakdown, but it was like a, I don't know what it was, but like in the middle of the song where they like, there was just like that electronic and sort of like hip hop beat that came in for just like a few seconds, and then they continued on with the song. That was really cool. Um, yeah, honestly, this is giving me, just from these first three songs, it's kind of like a meld between um like the sort of synthiness of Saturday Night Wrist with this sort of overall soundscape of Koi no Yoken, and the kind of like structure, song structure experimentation from Gore. Like that, like they're melding all of these different aspects of of what I've heard from them so far, but in a new sort of package. Um, it's really cool. Yeah, I really like that last song. And let's go into Error.
Tell me something. How we escaped? Are we just lost? The mirror's talking. Us against the wall. We are running across the bridge, chasing honey, closing in. We're bound together, and neon tape are tasting your mouth. We are down. We are gliding above the flames, dripping honey dances through our veins. Beyond the gates, outside the grave, we following your grace. Let's find a way through. Shiny candy, glowing fruits drop on the trees. I watch the serpents rise beneath. We are floating.
Oh man, that fucking riff is so good. It's so like, the tone is so crazy.
Beyond the gates, outside the grave, we follow your grace. But someday the clouds will break, and we'll all tread through.
Wow. Ooh.
Holy and strict, 6 times a day, we will exchange our violence, but the beauty's when you touch me. It's placed its spell on me.
Oh. Okay, I just want to pause before we continue on because I didn't pause before the start of this song. Uh, but man, this album's really doing a lot of cool things with the production. Um, like the vocals and like the background harmony and stuff. Like the vocal effects are really cool. Very spacious and like echoey. Um, and the yeah, like the sort of just tone, I guess, uh, of all these songs so far is very. I mean, it's very consistent. Um, it's sort of keeping the same sort of overall sound from song to song, but they are. I can tell still trying to experiment more with the song structures a bit on this one. Um, like that last song, Error. Um, there it was cool how they kind of switched it up half or like at the last half of the song. Um, and yeah, the guitar tone is very uh sort of digital, if that makes sense. Like it's very heavy in at least these last two songs, and it kind of sounds like it very much complements all of the sort of synth and electronic uh, stuff that's going on in the production. Um, but yeah, it's super cool, very atmospheric, and uh, but also at the same time pretty aggressive and like heavy. Um, yeah, which and it does, it does kind of remind me of Saturday Night Wrist in that way of like the mixing of sort of atmospheric and psychedelic almost elements with the more aggressive and darker tones of like the guitar. Um, but it's definitely more cohesive than Saturday Night Wrist so far. Like in terms of just like song to song, the tone is very consistent. Um, but I'm enjoying it so far. It's a lot, kind of a lot to unpack, but
We sway and
like that muted guitar, sort of lighter tone too.
where you speak your language, running out of say.
Kind of reminds me of Gore in that way.
Wait for your lips to touch me. Has placed its spell on me. It's the only thing needed to survive. Creates this space where we can breathe. He holds the sacred key to
Ooh, that's cool. And you could definitely tell those are real snaps, not like a fucking pre-programmed drum thing. Ooh. Oh, this is sick. This is so cool. Fuck yeah. That's my favorite song so far. That's so cool. Ah man, I loved the difference in dynamics that was going on, especially in the last half of that song. Just the snaps and then like the just all of the noise coming in, and it's like very uh, like just chaotic and or not chaotic, but like there's just like a lot of noise happening, and then it goes back into that just like groovy snap thing. Oh man, yeah, that was a really cool song. Yeah, that's definitely my favorite so far. Is that supposed to be Pompeii or Pompeji?
bottomless depths of the ocean, empty bodies we sink. Open your eyes, you smile and release me, and we slid down beneath them. Jesus Christ, you
Hmm.
Locked in the core of the tower, I'm patient and no hurry to leave. Life has been lonely, it might be forever, making hard to believe. Jesus Christ, we
Shout out Jesus.
you gave your life, but we died in vain. We drink from the fountain of intent, we choke on the water that repents.
Oh man, the production on this song is so cool.
The street, violent behavior, and chaos where it's war. Black omens call our cages electric, so we signal, we wait for Jesus Christ. God raise you as we raise our glasses and drink we sip from the fountain of intent, and we choke on the water that repents. Drink from the fountain of intent. We choke on the water that repents.
Oh, this reminds me of the end of Souvenir. Also reminds me of a Fleet Foxes song with the waves in the background. They do something like that on one of their albums. Cool. Yo, they killed Link from Rhett and Link? That's crazy. Okay, and just keep your day job. um, that was a dope song. Um, that that was just so many layers to it, and like the production, with all of like the like beach sounds, seagulls and things, and then also like this clap that was happening on different beats. It was interesting because it was like I think the song is in 6/8, but like the claps were happening on off beats. I don't really know what was going on there, but it was cool. Yeah, and definitely that end part reminded me of how Souvenir ends from Private Music. Same sort of kind of like just ambient synth, but that the sort of waves crashing really reminds me of Crack Up from Fleet Foxes. There's a song on that album that does the exact same sort of thing. Yeah, it very much reminds me of this song from Fleet Foxes. That ends that with this sort of thing. Just like very sort of similar type of way to end a song. And then it goes into that with the um, electronic part. So it very much reminds me of that Fleet Foxes song. I just wanted to compare that a little bit because it was really cool. But all right, yeah, that was a great song. And so now we're gonna find out that Link from Good Mythical Morning has died. Let's see what happens. Oh, that was cool. Hold up. Yeah, so that song definitely reminded me of Gore in a lot of ways. Um, it does feel like they're kind of um, still experimenting with the song structure and like the overall just feel of each of these songs is very different. In sort of like all of the different elements uh going into it, like the drumming, the way it kept switching up between like the verse and the chorus, um just like the way it changed the feel of the song is really cool. um and yeah, it's definitely like a it honestly kind of sounds like a part two to Gore in a lot of ways, but like a more cohesive and consistent vibe throughout than Gore was. Um, and of course, like the mixing is a lot different on this album too. But it's I I'm really liking this. I mean, again, this is so it's different than what I expected. But it honestly, I I feel like this album, out of every Deftones album I've heard thus far, it really does kind of sound like a sort of combination of all of these different aspects of Deftones that they've shown throughout their discography. Um, like I really, I mean, going back to the beginning when I was saying I hear a lot of Saturday Night Wrist and some Koi no Yokin in there. Like I'm hearing a lot of just different elements from that were prominent on one of their previous albums, like scattered throughout this album so far. It's really cool to kind of see this sort of amalgamation of all of their prior sounds, because I feel like Private Music is definitely like uh, it doesn't have a lot of the same sort of feeling that, you know, like albums like uh I don't know. I guess Private Music kind of feels more in line with like a Diamond Eyes and maybe a Koino Yokin, as opposed to this, which is very much more of an experimental sort of sound, but with all of these different aspects that they've already sort of played around with before. I don't know. It's just it again. It's it's a surprise. Um, it doesn't sound like it doesn't sound like anything that they've done before, but I hear a lot of their of like the building blocks and like the different experimentation that they've done in prior albums coming into this one and sort of mixing it all together. Just my first impression from what I've heard so far, but it's a dope album. Man, that's this tone. What the fuck? Huh. Oh, that riff is so sick. Damn, dude. I'm loving all of these, like, thrashy, sort of, like, just double time fucking riffs on this album. That's sick. Oh, man. Yeah, that was a cool song. The difference between the verse and the choruses, again, with, like, the timing, um, and the feel of the song, like, as it goes from the verse to the chorus, it's crazy. Just yeah, again, it does remind me of Gore in that way. Um, yeah. Okay, Headless. What the fuck? That was a really cool transition. Hmm.
We're surrounded
Oh, this is cool.
of the past, and it's too late to cause a change in the tides. So we slip into a hopeless sea of regret as I stare through the haunted maze in your eyes, right through where I remain for all time. And time won't change this promise made. Yeah, time won't change this. It's how it'll stay.
This is a really cool guitar
This is
sound from them.
we devour the days ahead. We've been possessed by these changing times as we slip on through. We promise to meet again somewhere through the haunted maze in our minds, right through where we shall remain for all time. Yeah, time won't change this promise we made. And time won't change this. We shall remain.
Oh man, I really like the guitar on this song. Wow. All right. And that's the end of the album. Damn. I could have done with some more songs, man. That was a great album. All right. Well, uh there's a lot to unpack with this. I feel like how I felt with Gore after I ended that. Just like there's so much going on with the production on this album that I just want to go back in again and listen to these songs because there's a shitload going on that I I don't even know how to unpack at the moment. But as really, really solid album so far. Or I mean, just on first listen. Uh, I really like The Spell of Mathematics, Pompeji, Pompeii, um, I, Lincoln's Dead, Radiant City, that last song, Ohms. I mean, those are the ones that kind of stick out to me the most. The first four songs kind of all blend together for me, and really, this entire album, like all of the songs, kind of blend together for me at the moment. Um, but there are definitely like a lot of really cool moments in each of these songs uh, that like piqued my interest. And yeah, again, the production is really cool on this album. Um, the overall like the soundscape, the mixing, um, is a lot more full. Although I wouldn't say it's necessarily as full as like Koi no Yoken was. I'd still say like that it's I can definitely hear a difference in the mixing and I guess the production as well. Um, but but yeah, really cool album. Very very consistent tone throughout, even though there were a lot of like switch ups and like different feelings within each of these songs. I think the overall sort of tone was very consistent on this album, and uh, I really what really struck me, I think, listening to this is the guitar playing. Um, I feel like this album, the all of the guitar parts were just really interesting and different from their past work. I mean, the that Ohms, the title track, I don't think I've ever heard uh them play necessarily like Stefan play like that. It was very melodic and like the guitar was going all over the place kind of, and the tone of the guitar was very bright and just not sort of what I'm used to from Deftones. But yeah, like I said earlier, it kind of does feel like a mismatch of so many of their different styles and sounds that they've experimented with and explored throughout their discography, and it all kind of sounds sort of fine tuned in this album. Um, so yeah, I will definitely need to listen to it more. Um, and uh, so like unlike my prior videos, I'm not gonna have my updated thoughts at the end here like I normally do. I'm going to, like I said, have them sort of with my Deftones retrospective video that I'll be coming out with in a week or two. So I will be giving you more thoughts on this album in the future once I've given it more of a once I've given it more time to ruminate. Um, but first impressions, man, sick ass album. Really like The Spell of Mathematics. I think that's far and away my favorite song, just off first listen. Um, I just thought everything about that was really cool. But yeah, there it is, the last album from Deftones on this journey. What a what a way to end. I mean, really, it's super cool and unique album from them. Once again, gonna add this to my playlist. Um, and yeah, I'm just excited to listen to it again. But uh, thank you all so much for joining this journey along with me and tuning in every couple weeks to see my thoughts and opinions on each of these albums. It's been so much fun, and the ride's not over, but this particular journey is coming to an end. So it is a bittersweet moment. But again, just thank you all. I hope you had happy holidays and happy New Year, and I will see you in the next video in a few weeks. So take care of yourself. Peace out.